He has had great success also in interleague play. 6-1 with a 2.58 ERA and 9 career starts, and even greater success when he has pitched a quality start. Quality start, 6 innings, 3 earned runs or less. He's done it 20 times. He's 19-1 with a 1.78 ERA in 25 quality starts.
Northland Ford defense for the Twins. Delman Young, Carlos Gomez, Michael Kadire in the outfield. Joe Creedy, Brendan Harris has done a great job in the field and at the plate at short. Punto and Morno on the right side of the infield. Maurer behind the plate. The Twins were last above the 500 mark, as we said, on May 14th. They were 18-17 after their win over the Tigers, and then the long losing streak in New York. This is the 5th time they've gotten back to the 500 mark since then. And the other 4 times when they were 24-24, 28-28, 32-32, 33-33, they lost the next game. So the Twins.
Well, hopefully they'll win here tonight.
That's the hope. Here's Bourne to get things started. And there's ball 1.
Plus, Kevin Slowey all about control. Only 10 walks on the year for Kevin Slowey.
Bourne might be the fastest player in the National League, so the Twins throughout this series will want to keep him off the bases. 1-1.
Yeah, take the bunt away. Make him earn his way on. Joe Creedy in on the turf at third base as Justin Morneau playing about even with the bag at first.
And a little bit high, 2-1.
Bourne, 26 years old, coming over from the Philadelphia Phillies in the Brad Lidge trade over the winter of 2007.
Lifted foul and out of play, 2-2. Bourne, the challenge coming into this series of playing the outfield here as a foreign player, unfamiliar with the Metrodome. Also challenge of trying to steal some bases against Joe Mauer. He said he's looking forward to both challenges this weekend. Check swing 3-2.
On the pitching staff wanting to make sure that you can't steal first. And that's what the pitching staff is going to try to do, is keep them off first base. 23 stolen bases, the most in the National League.
And Bourne asks for time. Twins have played the Astros straight up here in a couple of series held before. They've actually put together a winning record against the Astros in Houston. And another foul.
Yeah, Astros have not been here at the Metrodome since 2001. They're also here in 1999, where the Twins have been in Houston 4 times, 3 times in the Astrodome and once at Minute Maid Park, the new ballpark in Houston.
And a leadoff walk. Slowey rarely gives up walks, and the first batter he faces tonight is issued a free pass.
Well, I talked about the control of Kevin Slowey. Now 11 walks in 78 2/3 innings. He's actually allowed more home runs than walks. And he does pick up some strikeouts, 61 strikeouts in the 79 innings pitched.
And now Keppinger will hit, and Slowey will be a bit distracted here with Bourne at first and nobody out. 23 steals in 29 tries for Bourne. And Slowey delivers strike 1. Mentioned Slowey can strike out batters, 10 of them in his last start. A season high 10 strikeouts, and in that game gave up just the 1 walk. Poke foul, 2 strikes.
Well, they're the leaders in the American League, or excuse me, National League. Michael Bourne leading with 23. David Wright of the Mets, surprisingly, 18 stolen bases. And Matt Kemp of the Dodgers, 16. Along with Morgan, who just left this ballpark with the Pittsburgh Pirates, with 16.
2 strikes to Keppinger. Long hold by Slowey. And a longer hold.
Well, that's what you want to do with a quick runner at first base. Don't just come set and go. Don't come set and go. Kind of change up a little bit. And then try to utilize that slide step. Just try to make Bourne stop if you can. And then hopefully he'll get a bad jump and Joe Mauer will get a chance to throw him out.
High and inside 1-2.
Slowey coming off a quality start in his last start. You mentioned the 10 strikeouts. That coming against the Cubs last Friday. So it's been 6 days between starts for Kevin Slowey.
And Bourne with a head first slide back. Steve Little giving the signs. The Astros have 44 stolen bases. Bourne has 23 of those. Hunter Pence has 8.
Yeah, they've been also caught 25 times.
Bourne edging off first. And another foul. Slowey, you got a lot of swinging third strikes against the Cubs, has seen the Astros fight off some of those 2-strike pitches. Bourne fouled off a couple to coax a walk.
Well, there's Dave Clark right there, the third base coach, giving some signs to Keplinger and also over to Bourne at first. Jose Cruz, the all-time Houston Astro, at first base.
Called third strike. So Keplinger finally takes a called third strike. Slowey finally gets the first out, and Bourne still at first base.
Well, good pitch middle in. And take a Joe Mauer setting inside, and that ball clipping the corner.
Firestone leaderboard, Tejada into the box, and he's among the National League leaders in batting average behind David Wright.
28 multi-hit games for Tejada. This is his second season with the Astros.
Ball one. Mentioned that Slowey had 10 strikeouts in his last game. 9 of those were on the swinging third strikes. Only one called third strike in his 10 strikeouts. 1-0 to Tejada. Right down the middle, 1-1.
Slowey has had his own hometown magic here at the Metrodome. This is his 9th start here this season at the Dome. So far, he's 7-0 with a 4.38 ERA in his first 8 starts here.
Bourne goes, swing and a miss. Mauer's throw right on the bag. He got him. A perfect throw from Joe Mauer, even though Bourne doesn't like the call. What a throw by the Twins catcher.
And Bourne got a very good jump right there, too. Just shows you what kind of arm Joe Mauer has. Look at the jump he has, and Joe Mauer's throw right to Nick Punto, as all he has to do is catch the ball, because Bourne basically slides into the ball.
So 2 down, 1-2 the call, and off-speed pitch just off the outside corner to Tejada. Well, they say good base stealers are fearless, but you wonder whether getting thrown out in that first opportunity might discourage Bourne from trying to steal later on in the series. A check swing and a foul. Tejada had that pitch run up and in.
Kind of a defensive swing right there by Tejada, maybe looking away. A guy that likes to drive the other way, has some power. Otto with 277 career home runs.
2-2. There's the outside corner. So Slowey got 10 strikeouts, but only one called third strike. Gets 2 of those in the first inning tonight. Filling that cleanup spot, bringing a 9-game hitting streak into tonight's game. Then Michael Cuddyer, Joe Crede, Delman Young, Carlos Gomez, and Nick Punto.
And that lineup will be facing Roy Oswalt, making his 15th start of the year. He's been the Astros' workhorse, especially over the last 5 years. 200-plus innings over the last 5 years. 2-time 20-game winner. This is his 3rd career start against the Twins, and he's been bothered a little bit by tendonitis in that right wrist.
Fastball on the inside corner for a strike.
Oswalt will come right at you. Very aggressive right-handed pitcher. Good fastball, good movement, very good curveball. That's his strikeout pitch, also along with a very good changeup.
And it's been that curveball that he said he's had a tough time getting a feel for and having it be a dominant pitch this year. It was in his last start, but he got some extra rest in preparation for that start.
Well, when your wrist, if you have some tendonitis in your wrist, you need your wrist to throw a good curveball, and that's maybe a reason that he's struggling with it. He'll also mix in a slider. Oswalt in his 9th season with the Astros.
2-2. Nothing but fastballs so far to Brendan Harris. And another fastball sailing up and in. The Astros leadoff hitter Michael Bourne coaxed the leadoff walk. Now Harris trying to get aboard. And he pokes it foul. Harris, Mauer, and Morneau. The Twins hope a few more here in this first inning. Inside, and Oswalt issues a walk to Harris. Northland Ford defense for Houston. Veteran Darren Erstad in left field. Michael Bourne in center. Hunter Pence in right. Kempinger and Tejada on the left side of the infield. Mitsui and Berkman on the right side. And Ivan Rodriguez behind the plate. Here's Mauer facing Oswalt. Joe held out of the game yesterday. His severe cold and flu bug, whatever it was, warranting a day off. He said the day off helped. He feels a little bit better today, but he's had all the usual symptoms that you get with a cold. First pitch outside, ball one. All the things you usually get when you're not feeling well. The fever, the chills, a 30-point jump in your batting average, all the things that we all have happen to us when we're not feeling well.
Well, maybe only he has. Some of these Twins have faced Oswalt before, back in 2006 when he pitched against the Twins at Minute Maid Park. Twins ended up winning that ball game 6-5 in 10 innings. Oswalt went 8 innings in that outing. He struck out 7, walked 3, and gave up 4 runs.
1-1 to Mauer. Came inside and got a foul. The ball, and we've seen Oswalt in person and on TV before, the ball just seems to jump at the hitter. Something about his delivery, it's a very rapid delivery to begin with, but the ball just seems to get on a hitter in a hurry.
He has a very quick arm. Very quick arm. At 6 foot tall, about 190 pounds. Very quick arm motion. Some guys kind of drag their arm. Not this guy right here. Come right at you.
And Mauer with a single up the middle. Harris digs around second. He'll go to third. First and third. Nobody out here in the first.
Well, Mauer continues to pick up base hits. Currently on an 11-game hitting streak now. And he is 20 for his last 44 at-bats. So many of the hits going right back up the middle. Harris hustling over to third. So the leadoff walk to Harris, maybe creating a big inning for the Twins.
And now Morneau. Big swing and a foul, 1 strike. Morneau got the scoring started yesterday with an RBI double. Also came up with a bases loaded hit into a ground ball double play, but got a run in.
Oswalt has allowed 13 home runs on the year.
Rodriguez with a block, and Harris skitters toward home plate but stays put.
That looked like the curveball right there that he bounced. He tried to keep it down, and you have to really trust your catcher when you throw a curveball like Oswalt does, that he will knock it down. Take a look at that. Well, that might have been the slider right there, but a good job by Rodriguez. He's been tough. He has not allowed many runs in the first inning. Only 1 run in 14 starts. So the Twins trying to do something that a lot of National League clubs have had a tough time doing.
1-1 to Morneau. Little fly ball right center field. Bourne coming in, making a running catch. Harris is coming home. Here's the throw way off line, and Morneau brings home the first run of the game with a sacrifice fly.
RBI number 57 on the year for Justin, as Harris timed it perfect when Bourne caught that ball. He took off from third and scores the first run of the ballgame for the Twins.
1-0 Twins, and with Mauer at first and 1 away, here's Jason Kubel.
With that RBI with 57, Jason Bay leading the American League in runs batted in with 63, then Longoria, and then Justin Morneau at 57.
This is the matchup I was looking forward to tonight. Jason Kubel, who is a great fastball hitter, against a guy who's got a great fastball. One and 0 to Kubel. Fouled away, 1-1. Harris scoring on the Morneau sacrifice fly. 11 times Kubel's gone deep.
Yeah, currently on a career high 9-game hitting streak.
There's that breaking ball. 2-1.
Oswalt, 31 years old, drafted by the Astros back in 1997.
Just off the plate, and it's 3-1 with Cuddyer on deck.
Oswalt, a right-hander that works off that first base side of the pitching rubber. He relies on that two-seamer down and away, that sinking fastball, and Rodriguez sitting out there.
Mobile fouls it to the screen.
Left it up a little bit, yeah.
See if Mauer takes off here with one out and the count full. Mauer goes. Pitch grounded to short. Out on a close play, and they get the double play. Mauer nearly beat Tejada to the bag. The Twins get a run in the first.
Cuddyer and the success he's having, raising that batting average 15 points this week alone. He's got 10 homers. The average is up to 277. We know he got that cortisone shot in his right index finger, but there's another key to Cuddyer's success. It is this. Let me get it here. It's this mouthpiece that he wears. It's a custom fit mouthpiece that he wears on his bottom teeth. He was fitted with it today by a local company called Bite Tech. They produce the Edge mouthpiece. About 200 major leaguers are wearing the mouthpiece. It's sweeping through the NFL, sweeping through the National Hockey League as well. Cuddyer says, when I asked him, okay, what is it? The cortisone shot or the mouthpiece? He says, take your pick. Both are working great for Cuddyer right now.
Well, thank you, Ann. On the first pitch, Carlos Lee with a lazy fly out to center, one away.
Well, I remember a guy that used to pitch for the Houston Astros, Roger Clemens, always had that mouthpiece when he pitched. And that's the first time I had seen it, but more and more, like Ann said, players are using that lower mouthpiece.
The idea is, I guess, it helps you relax if you're not clenching your teeth or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, I walked by the company that was setting up outside the Twins clubhouse today, and they wanted me to sit down and get fitted for one. I said, well, I can't imagine it helping my job performance.
It might. You never know.
It'd be hard to talk with that thing in your mouth, but they said no, you can talk normally with it. Is that right, Ann?
Yeah, it just fits right on top of the teeth, kind of like Invisalign, the braces. It fits right on top of the teeth, snaps it. And if you watch Cuddyer out and right, sometimes he flips it around a little bit just standing out there. But what it does, it prevents you from clenching your teeth. When you clench teeth, your body naturally produces the stress hormone cortisol. So you eliminate that. Then also it reduces the production of lactic acid. So these guys are able to work out longer. It increases their strength and endurance and their recovery time, most importantly. And that's what Cuddyer says it does for him. He's able to to work out a little bit longer, and he's a big clench his teeth kind of guy, so he's not doing it, and he's able to relax, and that's a big thing for these guys too. They're able to relax without that stress hormone getting in the way. Guys,
very nice. Thank you, Ann.
Up and away 3-2 to Lance Berkman. Slowey issued a leadoff walk in the first, but Bourne was thrown out later. Berkman will be followed by Hunter Pence. Second walk issued by Slowey. One away, a runner aboard. Tonight's game on Fox Sports North is also being presented in high definition. For a complete listing of HD cable providers, go to foxsports.com, keyword North.
And they're saying, what's going on? 2 walks already for Kevin Slowey. Fourth time this season he's had 2 walks in a ball game.
Pence has been one of Houston's better hitters. And Slowey starts him with a strike. Across the board at .326, 10 home runs, 28 runs batted in. Has drawn walks 33 against 39 strikeouts. But has bounced into 7 double plays. Just off the plate, 1-1.
Very unusual stance, almost brings that upper body behind that back leg, all that weight on that back right leg.
Popped up, straight up, near second base. Punto with the catch out number 2. That'll bring up Ivan Rodriguez, who, as he comes to Minnesota, familiar territory, very impressed with the Twins' current catcher.
Well, he's amazing. Everybody knew, when he came to the league, he's going to be a great hitter because the way he swings, the way they hit the ball the other way, and when you see a hitter that hit balls with power to the opposite field, like him, he's going to be a great hitter, and so far he's been doing it.
Well, this guy's been a pretty good hitter over his career too. A career 300 hitter in his 19th major league season. Again, passing Carlton Fisk for the all-time games caught.
And a lot was made of Pudge passing Pudge, and I never understood the nickname for either one of those guys. This guy's been solid as a rock from the time he showed up with the Texas Rangers nearly 20 years ago. I always thought Carlton Fisk was like a statue and just about as solid. Fouled back over our heads.
Well, there have not been many guys that have been able to do what Rodriguez did, and now he's ahead of the class. Carlton Fisk is the catcher that he passed, and Bob Boone and Gary Carter. So those are only the 4 guys that have caught over 2,000 games at the major league level. If you break that down to 2,227 games, that's catching every game for 13 and a half seasons. That's unbelievable. And he did a lot of that in Texas. There he goes.
Got him picked off, and he's safe at second. Berkman just took off, and Slowey, for the longest time, stayed there in the stretch position. And Berkman steals just his 3rd base of the year.
Well, I've been out there before when the crowd is like a good crowd here tonight. The noise factor, probably somebody yelling at you. There he goes. There he goes. Probably Justin screaming. There he goes. And the throw just a little bit late over to Harris. And Berkman ends up stealing second base.
Still 2 strikes to the batter, Ivan Rodriguez.
The ultimate of surprise.
And that takes care of that. So a swinging strikeout for Slowey. 3 so far in the game. The Astros still don't have a hit.
power arm, and kind of an old traditional windup, Bert, with that drop and drive kind of windup. Great two-seam fastball, power arm, great curveball. The Twins hitters tonight are really going to have to make him get the ball up if they're going to have success. So far, they've done that okay, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, Ron. Yeah, again, he will attack the strike zone. He works quick. You have to play behind him. You got to love playing behind this guy. You see him kind of bending his back right there. One thing he did do is he was more upright, and he watched some film of Nolan Ryan. He's a big Nolan Ryan fan. Of course, Ryan is a big part of the Houston Astro organization, and he's kind of bent over a little bit now rather than maybe standing straight up. See that little bend.
And missing inside again. It's 2-1. Always thought, because they're built similar in stature, that Oswalt is who Joe Mays could have become. Joe Mays reminded me a lot of Roy Oswalt, just in terms of their build. You didn't see any similarities in their pitching styles when they were both effective. Fouled away, 2-2.
He took a little off that pitch right there. Dyer hit a home run against Oswalt 3 years ago. A solo home run.
And right down the middle, Dyer called out on strikes, 1 down. Our Chrysler Key stat, Roy Oswalt topping a pretty impressive list for most wins since 2001.
Yeah, 132 wins, 67 losses. Very good win-loss record. Making his 15th start here tonight, his 256th major league start.
Down and away, ball 1 to Joe Creedy.
Saw Roy Halladay and Mark Burley on there.
And outside again, 2-0. Left-handers have a little bit more success against Oswalt this year than the right-handers. And another slider, I guess. Outside, 3-0 to Creedy. Delman Young on deck. And now Oswalt has issued his second walk. Tomorrow night, the Twins will go country as the first 10,000 fans will get a Twins cowboy hat, courtesy of WeFest. The Twins will be hosting the Astros in interleague play with the first pitch at 6:10, and tickets for that game are available at twinsbaseball.com or give a call to 800-33-TWINS. 1 on, 1 out, and here's Delman Young.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Strike 1. You're going to wear some cowboy boots tomorrow since they're giving away cowboy hats.
You are?
Yeah.
Very nice. And we have the autograph party.
Young fouls it back, 0-2.
See, some people look good in a cowboy hat. I'm sorry.
You don't think I'm going to look good in a cowboy hat?
Yippee-ki-yay, no. I've seen you in a cowboy hat when we were down in Texas.
Yes, I bought a really nice one 2 years in a row. And you wondered, well, I got a cap pistol with it. Slow breaking ball and a dribbler to short. Out there. And Young beats the relay. 2 down, and Young reaches on a fielder's choice.
Well, in that Pittsburgh series, for some reason, the Twins hit into 7 double plays, and Delman Young hustling down that line to stay out of the second double play turned here tonight by the Astros. Little off-speed pitch. Delman way out front creates that ground ball out.
Here's Carlos Gomez. Again, Oswalt in the first inning throwing almost nothing but fastballs, and he's throwing an awful lot of breaking pitches here in the second inning. Hard hit. Nice fielding play by Matsui, and he throws Gomez out. Pretty well hit ball to the right side. But it's the final out of the inning, out of the third. The Twins up 1-0. Outdoor sports, recreation, and environmental education. Very beautiful area of the Metro. Kaz Matsui to lead things off for the Astros here in the third against Kevin Slowey. First pitch lifted foul and out of play.
Well, Matsui is a switch hitter, is a left-handed hitter, hitting just 198. One home run on the year, coming as a right-handed hitter.
And a liner to center, and Matsui has the first Houston hit. Leadoff man aboard here in the third. You can submit a question to us online at carsoup.com/baseball. Ron Fenno of Battle Lake, and I've been to that lake too. Beautiful area of Minnesota. If a starter has a need to throw a couple extra pitches or work out tightness in his arm or another reason, could he throw some pitches in the bullpen between innings?
No. Once unless you are the starting pitcher and you are on the visiting side, and say that, you know, Kevin Slowey had a long first inning and Oswalt wanted to go down and throw, he could throw, but once the game starts, the starter is not allowed to go into that bullpen and throw extra. That's the only time that a starter can throw some more, in case, if you're the visiting team, that starter can go down and warm up again.
Jamestown, North Dakota's Darren Erstad now with the Houston Astros. A 1-0 pitch taken for a strike. Now, we ran into that I don't know, 10-12 years ago. Tim Hudson in Oakland went down to the bullpen in Oakland and was allowed, I believe, to continue to throw some pitches after the game had started. You remember that?
No, I don't remember that, unless they changed the rule. That was a rule when I pitched. We were not allowed. Say, you know, you're on the bench and you have a 6-run inning on your behalf, and you know you're sitting there for maybe 20 minutes and you'd like to go down and throw. Now, a lot of times when you have that type of inning, I'll walk out and ask that umpire, hey, can I get a couple extra throws? And they're usually very, good about that.
Past Morneau and down the right field line. Matsui round second. He's on his way to third. And Kadire gets it back to the infield. So the bottom two hitters for the Astros get their first two hits. And the tying run is 90 feet away.
Yeah, Slowey's left a couple pitches up here. Matsui's base hit was a fastball on the same plane, and he lined it right back up the middle. This looked like something up again, and Darren Erstad, who the Twins saw a lot of when he was with the Angels and then a little bit of the White Sox, hadn't been back here since 2007. Got that base hit past the diving Morneau at first.
Here's Michael Bourne. Walk and was thrown out trying to steal. Bourne with his great speed, virtually impossible to double up. 244 at bats, and he's grounded into one double play. Yet the Twins will position the infield in the hopes that he'll hit the ball hard to Punto or Harris, maybe Creedy, to get an around the horn double play, and he pops it up to left center field. Young and Gomez converge, and it's Young with the catch, and he rifles his throw to Punto. Good strong throw, but of course deep enough to score Matsui from third, and the game is tied.
Yeah, Bourne picking up an RBI, his 16th of the year. As Matsui scores.
So one apiece, and that'll bring up Jeff Keppinger. Keppinger called out on strikes. Took a fastball in the inside corner for the first out of the first inning. Of course, we don't know what's going to happen tonight, but if Slowey were to win tonight, he would tie Roy Halladay for the league lead in wins, and Halladay's been put on the disabled list with a groin pull. So at the very least, he's going to miss a couple of starts. Poked foul and out of play, 2 strikes.
Slowey making his 14th start. The Twins are 9-4 when he starts a ball game. He has enjoyed a lot of the run support the Twins have been able to get him, and he's taken advantage of that.
Just off the plate, 1-2.
Slowey, 6 of his last 7 starts have been quality starts. The only non-quality start came in his loss in Seattle when he lost 4-2 to the Mariners.
Foul tip. Mauer hangs on, and out number 2. Strikeout number 4 for Kevin Slowey. Throughout our communities, unique individuals give back in many charitable ways. Mary Lou Crest, LaDonna Hoy, and Amanda Hill are local finalists in People Magazine's All Stars Among Us through June 24th. You can vote for one by going to foxsports.com and clicking on the link for All Stars Among Us. The winner from each major league city will be honored before the All-Star game on July 14th, seen only on Fox.
We had LaDonna Hoy with us in the pregame show.
Popped up, back and out of play, 1 strike. And that falling just beneath us. There isn't much that is beneath us.
Nice grab right there. I caught it barehanded. Hey, before we get deeper in the ball game, I want to say happy 104th birthday to Anna Radishart out of Benson, Minnesota. She's at the Golden Living Center, Meadowland Healthcare Center in Benson, Minnesota. Anna, happy birthday to you.
2 strikes. What did you say?
104 years old.
2 strikes to Tejada.
And somebody else is having a birthday is Teddy Spencer, community relations intern. Happy 20th birthday to you, Teddy.
Teddy's birthday is today?
Teddy's birthday is today.
I was down in the dining room with him today, and I didn't know it was his birthday.
Yep.
Well, happy birthday, Teddy. Erstad goes, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Slowey. 2 in the 3rd inning, 5 in the game, but the Astros tie it up after the first 2 batters get singled. The first 2 Houston hit. Erstad goes, swing and a miss. One apiece. The Twins getting a walk and a single to help produce a run in the first. The Astros get a pair of singles to score a run in the third. And now Nick Punto will lead off the third. Punto, Harris, and Mauer to face Roy Oswalt. Punto bunts it, foul. He's been a completely different player since coming off the disabled list. He's the type of player the Twins hoped they would have at the start of the year. That didn't happen, but just the mental break seemed to do wonders for Nick Punto.
Yeah, he says it has, and so far 8 hits in his last 19 at bats since coming off the disabled list.
Just missing with an off-speed pitch, 1-1. Beyond that, he's drawing walks, stealing bases. He's every bit the piranha that he was a couple years ago. Chopper, foul, and it's 1-2. In short, the game's fun again for Nick Punto. He's hitting 9th in the Twins lineup. Of course, he's a speed guy, and in reality, the Twins have a second leadoff hitter in Punto hitting 9th. A lot of teams do that. They'll put a speed guy on the very bottom of the order in the event you start an inning down there like the Twins have here in the third. Harris, less of a speed guy, but a good on-base percentage hitter, hitting out of the true leadoff spot, and Punto keeps the at-bat alive. Two and two. And Punto waits on the off-speed pitch and serves it into center field.
Well, that's one thing that Joe Vavra had a chance to work with Nick Punto while he was on a disabled list, to kind of shorten that swing up a little bit and make more of a line drive, type of base hit. And Ron Coomer, that was a great swing right there by Nick Punto.
Great swing and great approach. He's been staying back much better. The other thing is, and we've talked about this in the past, his hands are staying above the baseball, and he's hitting the top half of the baseball now, which to me means everything for Nick. He's keeping the ball out of the air and out of those, away from those high routine fly balls.
And Harris takes up an in-ball one. Harris drew a leadoff walk, went to third on a Mauer signal, and came home on a Morneau fly ball.
Well, here's a guy right here that's really helped the Twins too. Well, since May 26, when he took over at short, he's hitting .333, 29 hits in his last 87 at bats coming into this ball game, and he's hit safely in 19 of his last 22 games. So even though he's not your typical leadoff hitter, he's done a good job of getting on base.
Punto 6 for 7 in stolen bases, but with Oswalt on the mound, the ball gets to the plate in a hurry, and with Rodriguez behind the plate, it gets to second base in a hurry. 1-1.
And as a base runner with Rodriguez, especially a right-hander up, you have to watch not getting off too far, because he'll throw behind you. He'll throw to the first baseman after a pitch is thrown home.
Off the glove of the pitcher. Punto slips the tag. No, he was tagged, and Harris is retired at first. Punto alertly tried to duck out of Matsui's tag, but Matsui got him, and it's another ground ball double play. That'll bring up Mauer with the bases empty, and he had thoughts of Ivan Rodriguez setting the record for games caught.
That's impressive. It's tough just getting through one season, behind the plate. But I saw him earlier today, and I congratulated him. And it doesn't look like he's slowing down or anything like that. Being a catcher too, and then playing every day, it's pretty impressive once you think about it. But he's one of the greatest guys to ever put on the gear.
One strike. And it was what, 6-7 years ago the Rangers wanted to convert him to second base.
They thought about it, yeah. The thing that impressed me about Rodriguez, and I go back to probably the early 2000s. I don't remember the date, but there was a Sunday game we played in Arlington, and he was given the day off. And as we were heading down to the bus after the ball game, he was down in the tunnel doing a bunch of sprints. That's the dedication, he said, that has enabled him to play as long as he has. And then he still loves the game.
Sharply hit. Tejada positioned well. Mauer retired on a breaking ball, and we have a 1-1 ball game heading to the fourth. Thursday, and the Wolves are set to pick 6th in the draft, and they worked out some possible picks today. Prominent point guards Johnny Flynn of Syracuse, Ty Lawson of North Carolina, Drew Holiday of UCLA, and Brandon Jennings, who was the 2008 National High School Player of the Year.
Those guys don't miss.
That's editing. I know, but remember when we had Roy Smalley and Ron Coomer at Valley Fair, they never missed either.
Yeah, but I asked them about that, and they said that was the first take.
Right,
Ron? He's down there.
Anybody want to do a shooting contest or anything, I'm in. Hoops, you know, whatever. Breaking plates, I was a little suspect at that one, though.
2-0 to Carlos Lee, who flied out to Gomez his first time up on the first pitch he saw, leading off the second inning. Lee putting together another good year, getting a chance to do some DHing since we're in a National League or an American League ballpark. Another fly ball hit out towards Gomez. He's got to come in for this one. And in fact, it's the second baseman Punto way out in short center field. Punto showing good range from his second base position to make the catch.
Well, with Lee at the plate, you respect his power. The outfielders play back, and with that big swing, sometimes center fielders do not maybe get the best to jump. And you see Nick Punto, you see how deep Gomez is. He calls off Gomez right there, so a nice running catch by Nick Punto.
Lance Berkman drew a walk and stole a peculiar base in the second. He pulled a Torrey Hunter's old move of just taking off with the pitcher in the stretch, and he beat Slowey's throw to second base. 1 strike.
Yeah, Berkman a switch hitter. He just hasn't found that groove yet. He's a career 300 hitter, that average at 243. He's in his 10th season with the Astros, a 5-time National League All-Star.
Hit his 300th home run a week or so ago. And time called. It's an Astro team that has had bouts of absolute drought offensively. In spring training, they had a terrible time, and for a while earlier this year. But as of late now, the last month or so, they've started to score some runs and hit the ball hard again. That sails outside, 1-1.
Well, you look at up and down this lineup. I mean, they have a lot of all-stars. They have a lot of great players. They're hitting .268 as a ball club, which is 3rd best in the National League. The pitching is 10th combined. The ERA, the errors, they've made the 4th fewest errors in the National League, and still they find themselves 4 games under 500. Some very talented players on that Houston ball club.
But again, in their division, just 6 games back.
Right.
2-1, and just outside 3-1. You know, the National League Central is congested just like the American League Central is. 7 games top to bottom in the American League Central, 6 games top to bottom in the National League Central.
Yeah, they have one more team in the National League Central.
There's a strike.
Good pitch.
But you say, okay, we're in last place. We're just 6 games back. That sounds a lot better than the Washington Nationals, who are in last place 18 games back.
Yeah, that was kind of Cleveland when I played there. Right around this time of the year, you look forward to spring training next year.
We'll get them next year.
Yep.
Just off the plate, and Slowey has walked Berkman for the 2nd time. It's his 3rd walk issued. A 1-out walk will get Pence to the plate.
Yeah, first time this season Slowey has walked 3 batters in a ball game.
Tickets are sold out tomorrow for the Twins autograph party presented by Spire Federal Credit Union, but you can still get some cool autograph merchandise by bidding in the My Memorabilia Bags auction at twinsbaseball.com. Each Twins player has rounded up a bag of items, many autographed, and put them up for bid. All proceeds benefit the Twins Community Fund. Again, the auction can be found at twinsbaseball.com. Click on the community section. Strike 1 to Hunter Pence. Around the American League Central, the Indians scored 7 runs and lost again to the Cubs 8-7 in 10 innings. Indians no problem scoring runs now. They are having a terrible time in the pitching department. Swinging a foul.
And that was Cliff Lee too.
Yeah.
He has not had a lot of run support. He finally got some, and 7 was not enough for him.
They had a 3-game series with the Brewers. The Indians did. They scored 25 runs. 25 runs in the 3 games and lost all 3.
Pitching, pitching, pitching.
Gary Wood lost a save opportunity in the 9th for the Indians today. 2 strikes to Pence, and now a ball. Detroit in a rain delay in the 4th inning. They're leading the Brewers 7-4. Reds are leading the White Sox 3-2 in the 7th. White Sox right on the Twins' heels, and St. Louis leading Kansas City 8-1 in the 4th. There's the American League Central. One and 2. 1 away here in the Houston 4th, and now 2-2. Slowey with 58 pitches, 35 strikes, 23 balls. Not the strike to ball ratio he had against the Cubs.
Well, he pitched outstanding against the Cubs. It was a start before on Sunday against the Seattle Mariners that he's kind of looking like he did then, just missing his spots in that ball game. He worked only 4 2/3 innings. Gave up 10 hits, 4 runs all earned on 3 home runs in that ball game.
4 3-ball count, and then the 3 prior 3-ball counts. Slowey's gone ahead and walked the batter. Pence popped up to Punto his first time up. See if Berkman takes off here in 3-2. There he goes. Pitch grounded to short. Out there and out there. So even though Berkman took off, Harris started a double play and the inning ends. online backup service with Quest high-speed internet. By Grand Casino Mille Lacs and Grand Casino Hinckley. Expect grand. And by Chrysler. From power and efficiency to innovation and style, it's the way our vehicles come together that sets us apart. Chrysler. Justin Morneau skies the first pitch in foul territory. Berkman waits and makes the catch, and Morneau's gone on one pitch.
Let's take a look at this double play that was turned to end the fourth inning for the Twins. Harris got the ball with Berkman going. Nick Punto did a great job of getting behind the bag with Berkman off and running. Watch Punto right here. He almost becomes a first baseman with that left foot on the bag and then leaps over Berkman to make the nice throw. So a good defensive play right there by Nick Punto.
One away in the fourth. Kubel takes ball one.
Ron Coomer, good turn of a double play.
Yeah, that was an outstanding turn.
Deep to right field, toward the gap in right center. One hops the wall. Kubel has an extra base hit, and he's in at second with a one-out double.
Not as good as that turn, though, boys.
Well, I'm glad Jason Kubel did that because he's my pick to stick, and he grounded to a double play to end the first. So right there, maybe making up a couple points for me, maybe put me back to even. But a double right here for Punto. He got a fastball, but Kubel, he got a fastball, hit it to the base of the wall. One hops the wall, off the baggie, and for Kubel, his 15th double of the year.
And now Kadire called out on strikes, leading off the second. Grounded right side, and now Oswald with a nice fielding play will get Kubel in a rundown. He'll try to hang in long enough, but can't for Kadire to move to second. So Kubel taking off with the pitch, and Oswald speared the first hop and got him in a rundown.
Yeah, you want to make sure as a base runner that that ball gets by the pitcher towards second base, and Oswald, very good fielding pitcher right there, does the right thing, runs Kubel back. Tejada, and then over to Keplinger to tag Kubel, and Kadire could only stay at first base.
So now Creedy, who walked with one out in the second. Twins through the first 68 games, now 69. I think it's safe to say they have not run the bases well. There have been a lot of mistakes like that that have caused that man to do that. They're getting guys at second in scoring position and then running out of scoring position with Kadire, a runner at first now. One strike to Creedy. Swing and a miss, two strikes.
You know, Kadire did it the other day here where he got a run down at third, and you know, they don't have to be told, you know, that you know, it was a bad mistake right there. Kubel knows he did wrong, and those things happen in the game of baseball. You don't want it to happen too often because you face guys like Oswald right here. You try to take advantage of every scoring opportunity you can.
And there's Rodriguez throwing behind Kadire. Nice pickup by Berkman.
That's why as a first baseman with Rodriguez behind the plate, yeah, you want a good lead in case the ball is hitting the gap and maybe you can score, but Rodriguez so good at doing exactly what he did right there. Now Berkman made a nice little short hop catch to keep it from going into right field.
1-2 to Creedy. Inside.
Oswalt making his 25th interleague start. He's 10-7 in interleague play with a 3.48 earned run average against American League opponents.
Two and 2 to Creedy. Came inside and got a foul ball.
Oswalt keeping the ball down, 8 ground ball outs so far, only 2 fly ball outs off the Twins bats.
1, the sacrifice fly by Morneau to put the Twins up briefly 1-0 in the first.
And the other one we saw earlier this inning off the bat of Justin Morneau.
And Creedy lays off that slow curve. It's a full count with 2 outs. Kadire will take off and Berkman will play behind him. Delman Young on deck. A high pop up near second base. Matsui with the catch. And the inning ends. The Twins get a double from Kubel, leave a runner aboard onto the 5th. Tied at 1.
This is Greg Anderson, or Greg Anderson from Earhart, Minnesota. I know you're excited. Population 150 up there in Fergus Falls. You have won $100 in Minnesota Twins scratch-offs. Now, Bert, take a look at this sign. He stayed up all night to make it. Tell us about it.
I stayed up all night to make the sign with my Aunt Cheryl Anderson and took his career stats. I got an uncirculated coin for him that I'm going to give to him up in the booth here in a little bit from Earhart, and printed off the 291 days until Bert's birthday, April 6, 2010.
Oh, the countdown is on.
Yep, the countdown is on, and certainly Bert, and he is still in mint condition, 1951.
Just like the coin, Bert. How about that? Greg Anderson from way up there in Earhart. Bert, what do you think?
Greg, thank you very much, and you are hereby circled. My, I love that enthusiasm.
See, it's hard to dispute any of that. The 287 wins, all the strikeout. The mint condition business, though.
Hey, I'm still in mint condition.
Huh. One down in the 5th. Rodriguez quickly retired in Earhart, Minnesota, by the way, right between Pelican Rapids and Elizabeth, Minnesota. I've gone through Earhart many times when my parents lived in Pelican Rapids.
You know, I feel minty just because of what happened yesterday at Canterbury Park.
Really?
The Sampsons named a horse after me, Bert's Quest for Fame.
Both ends of the horse?
Both ends. Both ends of the horse, and my goodness, he won a race yesterday.
Really?
His first race. Take a look at Bert's Quest for Fame. Here he comes. Look at him. 6.5 furlongs. This is his first race of the year. Isn't that a beautiful horse? My goodness. Bert's Quest for Fame. There we are right there. Talking to the horse. I talked to him before the ball game. I said, Nick Blackburn went 9 innings. Now you go 9 innings and you win. And he did. He got out of the gate. He was a little late getting out of the gate. They said he was the last one getting out. But once he took the lead, and he took it within maybe, I'm going to say, he took the lead. Russ Sampson was so upset. He said, oh, my goodness, he's getting out way too quick.
Too quick?
Too quick, yeah, because, it was a long race.
Right.
And this horse just kept going and going and going, and he won. You saw he won by what, maybe a couple horse lengths? So he did a great job.
Well, metaphorically, that's kind of like the Twins. The Twins typically get out of the gate slow and then pick up a little momentum in the middle part of the season and then win at the end.
I tell you what, there are a lot of nice people out at Canterbury Park, and everybody congratulating, hey, your horse won. Well, they named it after me, but it's a Samson's horse, and they do a great job of running that park out there.
So they named the horse after you, but financially, you're not buying the oats or anything else like that. I mean,
no.
Okay.
I wish I had. He won. He made a pretty good purse. And they also have another horse named after my wife Gail, Bert's Brown-Eyed Girl. That's a 2-year-old female that will be racing here in hopefully a couple weeks. Russ said, and hopefully he'll have the same success as Bert's Quest for Fame.
Matsui strikes out. He singled to center and scored the Houston run in the third.
And Kevin Slowey picking up strikeout number 6 in the ball game. Good high fastball. Matsui could not lay off of. Remember, is that pitch that was a little bit lower his first at bat that he lined in the center for a base hit. Yeah, a lot of fun out at Canterbury Park.
Here's Darren Erstad. Singled to right after Matsui singled. And the Astros got a sacrifice fly later on to score their run in the same manner the Twins did. 1-0 to Erstad.
I had a good off day yesterday. Did the XM radio for the first time for Major League Baseball. I was on the air for a couple of hours, and then we went to Canterbury Park, and then from there we went over to Mystic Lake and got lucky there too. So nice day for us.
Let's just stop right there then. It was just a good day.
Yes, it was.
Okay, all right.
A nice off day for me.
2-1.
And the best of all, that Nick Blackburn threw the complete game. Congratulations, Nick Blackburn, on his first Major League complete game. He's got to feel good.
Fouled away 2-2, and his catcher felt pretty good about it today too. Mike Redmond said, he really wanted somebody in the staff to step up and do what Blackburn did yesterday.
Well, 17 ground ball outs for Blackburn of the 27 he needed. And the Twins, it was a 2-0 ball game. Then Brian Busher hit that 2-run home run, give him a little bit cushion late in the ball game. Michael Kadire with a solo home run. Blackburn with 1 walk and a couple strikeouts. Great performance. Twins need that.
2-2 to Erstad. Ground ball right side and just out of the reach of Punto. Second hit of the night for Darren Erstad. And that cushion you spoke of is what allowed Blackburn to get the complete game once the shutout slipped through his fingers. The Pirates got a run in the 9th inning. Slowly on a 2-2 pitch, and Erstad hit it down into the turf very hard here, and it just got out of Punto's reach.
Yeah, good effort right there by Nick Punto, and brought the penny up, the 51S uncirculated penny. Very nice. And Greg's
I'll give it back.
Greg's going to be coming up here shortly, and I'll be more than happy to sign that sign for him.
Here's Michael Bourne, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. See, now this coin, I would agree, is in near mint condition, and less so you.
We all get older, Dick. I'm glad that you remain in mint condition.
I didn't say that, but I didn't have a sign out here saying that I was in mint condition either.
I feel I am in mint condition.
Really?
I'm healthy. My wife is healthy. My kids are healthy.
And your horse is healthy.
And my horse is very healthy.
1 strike to Bourne. Slowly with just 3 hits allowed, and 2 of them by Darren Erstad. And now it's 0-2 to Michael Bourne. Erstad not the base stealing threat he once was.
There's Greg. He's going to be coming up here, and I'll be more than happy to sign that for him.
And Mauer throws to second, and Erstad is thrown out. The Astros are 0 for 2 against Joe Mauer, and we've got a 1-1 game. Totals equal across the board. It'll be the bottom third of the Twins lineup, starting with Delman Young facing Roy Oswalt. And Young takes down and away, ball one. Young reached in a fielder's choice, tapped a slow breaking ball to the shortstop Tejada. Creedy was forced at second. Twins getting their run in the first inning after Oswalt walked the leadoff batter Harris. Up and in, 2-0.
Had a chance to sign that sign between innings. Very nice young man.
Talked with him briefly before the game today. That clips the inside corner, 2-1.
Oswalt coming off a start in his last start in Arizona where he worked 7 innings. He gave up only 1 run, a win over John Garland and the Diamondbacks.
To the right field corner, trouble if it's fair, and it stays fair. And Young goes to second with a leadoff double. Just his 4th extra base hit, and the last 2 have been similar in nature. There's little flares down the right field line, and he's got a leadoff double in the 5th.
Well, again, the Twins rely on that lower part of the lineup to get on base for Mauer and Morneau and Kubel and Young right there. The inside out swing. Pence playing it off that little wall right there, and it's a 3rd double of the year for Delman Young. And he's at second base with nobody out.
Ron Comer, Carlos Gomez in his last at bat hit the ball hard with to the right side, which is what I imagine the Twins want him to do here.
They definitely do. I was kind of surprised watching Gardy to see if he was going to have him bunt or not, and I think that one hopper he hit the second has given Gardy enough confidence in Gomez to let him swing and try to hit the ball the other way. Very difficult job right now, guys, for Gomez to hit the ball the other way with the sinker of Oswalt coming into him. This is going to be tough. He's got to lay off the inside pitch.
Yeah, watch the catcher Rodriguez move as Oswalt starts to deliver home again inside. And a very, very nice bunt. Wow, nice play by Berkman right there. Somehow he's able to catch that ball off the helmet of Gomez.
And somehow Gomez was able to put the bat on the ball instead of getting hit in the ribs. That ball was cutting in on him, and he did a very nice job getting the bat on the ball.
Well, you see, he wants to take that ball with him right there. Weighted back nicely in the batter's box. Oswalt's throw a little bit high. And you can see Berkman, after he caught the ball, make contact with the helmet of Gomez. And able to keep the ball in the glove for the out. But on the play, Young goes over to third base.
Punto at the plate, infield in. Preparing for just about anything. Check swing and a pitch taken up high. Punto with another good at bat in the 3rd inning. A leadoff single. He took an off-speed pitch and dropped the barrel of the bat on it and lined it into center field for a base hit. Dave Prumer checking Carlos Gomez, make sure he's all right. Fouled back. Punto swinging away. 1-1. Of course, the possibility of a squeeze exists here.
Oswalt, a strikeout pitcher over his career, has averaged about 7 strikeouts per 9 innings.
Here comes Young. Beautiful squeeze. Punto is out at first, but a beautiful squeeze bunt getting Young in from third base. Not so sure Punto wasn't safe at first, but that's just a beautiful play when it worked.
Standing ovation right there for Nick Punto. Perfectly executed. Laying that ball down as Young is starting to come home. And a nice play right there by Keplinger, able to get the out, but the goal in this is to score the run. And Young does score the 2nd run of the ball game for the Twins. Punto picks up his 15th RBI on a beautiful squeeze bunt.
And the Twins take advantage of that leadoff double with a couple of bunts. Harris swings and misses, and it's 0-2.
Guys, that was just great execution by Delman Young. Great bunt, obviously, but Delman, even though Oswald is quick to the plate, he didn't give himself up too soon, and that's why he was able to get a good strike for Punto. Great job all the way around the court. Delman Young, though, made that play. That's a great job by Delman.
You don't see that too often in the game of baseball. At least in the American League, you don't. The squeeze play. That's fun to watch.
Harris takes the call, third strike.
It's fun to watch when it works.
Harris is out on strikes. Oswald gives up a leadoff double and the go-ahead run.
Bunt to get him over to third, and then a squeeze play to score him for the go-ahead run right now. Now it's up to Kevin Slowey to put some more zeros on the board. Starting his 6th inning, 75 pitches for Slowey.
And a curve missing to Michael Bourne, who of course gets a fresh count when Erstad was thrown out for the 3rd out of the 5th inning at second base. One and one. Bourne does a great job leading off for the Astros. Denard Span did a great job leading off for the Twins. I talked to Denard this afternoon. He's feeling much better. And the Twins are hopeful that that will continue. 3-1 now to Bourne. And then after the weekend, as the Twins head out on the road, Span taking a batting practice on the field and kind of going through regular baseball activities for the first time in about a week. Twins in all likelihood are going to send him out on a rehab assignment, making sure that his equilibrium issues have been taken care of and he's ready to go. And for the 2nd time in the ball game, Slowey issues a leadoff walk to the fastest guy on the team.
Yeah, walk number 4 in the ball game for Slowey.
He's given up just 3 singles, but walked 4.
Yeah, 80 pitches so far for Slowey. 47 strikes. And that's really on the low side for him. He's usually 2 strikes to every ball thrown. 33 balls, 47 strikes.
Kempinger will hit.
And the 4 walks for Slowey here tonight. That ties a career high in walks. He walked 4 against the Brewers a couple years ago here at the Metrodome.
Astros are 0 for 2 in stolen base attempts today. Bourne goes on the first pitch, and Kempinger bunts it up the line. Morneau will make the play, so a sacrifice getting Bourne into scoring position. And Tejada will hit. Our Aflac trivia question tonight with Roy Oswald in the background. Who are the two Astros to win the Cy Young Award?
Well, you have to go way back to a guy that threw a pretty good scuff ball at one time.
Scott?
Yep.
Mike Scott? And then there's one other Astro to win it. Now, Clemens, I believe, won all his Cy Young Awards in the American League, did he not?
I believe so.
With the Blue Jays and the Red Sox?
Well, you think of some great Astro pitchers. You think of J.R. Richard. Nolan Ryan, I know, even though a great pitcher that he was, he never won a Cy Young.
Here's Tejada. Slowly has struck him out twice, and he delivers strike one. Looking in the first, swinging in the third. Swing and a foul, and that staggers Mauer behind the plate. Really staggering.
Well, I remember Joe Mauer did that interview and talking about Ivan Rodriguez, and he says, what an accomplishment, because if you make it through 1 year, it's unbelievable. And you see where that ball got him right there.
Rick McWayne, the lead trainer for the Twins, and Mauer taking a foul tip off the inside of the knee. Just the edge of the shin guard and knee guard protecting the knee. You know, one other thing about Rodriguez, and Mauer looks like he's going to stay in the game, but I don't know that enough can be made of the grind that he endured in the Texas heat. You played down there. I broadcast 6 games a year down there, and it makes me wilt every time I go down there. I don't know how on earth a guy like Rodriguez or Jim Sundberg before him could catch all those games in the heat.
Ammonia water. A lot of ammonia water between innings. Cool yourself down.
2 strikes to Tejada. Very high, 1-2. Into the bottom of the 8th with the Reds leading the White Sox 4-2. Still raining in Detroit. They've had a lengthy rain delay there. In the 4th inning, the Tigers are leading the Brewers 7-4. How about the rain delay at Yankee Stadium yesterday? They made the fans, what few of them were left at the end, wait over 5 hours before completing the game, and ended up losing 2 out of 3 to the Nationals. Fouled back, still 1-2. Other games involving American League Central. Team St. Louis ahead of Kansas City 10-1 in the 5th. And the Cubs came back to beat the Indians 8-7 in 10 innings. 1-2 to Miguel Tejada. On any hit to the outfield, Bourne would be expected to score. Unless it's hit very hard to the right fielder, Kadire.
Yeah, Nick Punto, the second baseman, will try to keep Bourne as close as he can to second base.
2-2. When we've seen Slowey miss here tonight, many times he's been off the strike zone by a lot. He's missed on a number of pitches very high out of the strike zone.
Yeah, he's pitching a lot like he did a couple starts ago on that Sunday game in Seattle. Just kind of missing up in the zone. But again, he's only given up 1 run, only 3 hits to the Astros. They're with 1 out in the 6th.
Needs to make a good pitch here to get a good hitter in Tejada, and Mauer will go to the mound to talk about it.
Tejada in his 2nd season with the Astros, of course, has been mentioned in the steroid situation that he was in. Came up with the Oakland A's, spent some time with Baltimore. Tejada winning the American League MVP when he was with the A's in 2002.
From the names that have been released, there seem to have been some hot spots. The Bay Area is certainly one of them. New York, one of them. Texas, one of them. And Tejada, of course, came out of the Oakland organization. Slowly reloads on 2-2. Foul ball.
Again, that list that was supposedly that came out, and there were names that were brought out. I just wish that they would say all those 104 names.
Yep.
Just bring them all out. Just bring them all out.
Let baseball and the fans take their medicine and get it all out and just move on instead of having them come out one name at a time. It's painful.
Yeah, just get it behind you, Major League Baseball.
2-2. Driven to right field. Punto snares the line drive. Tejada with a good at bat. And he lined it hard toward right field, but Punto, positioned well, makes the play. 2 down. Tonight's Cabot wood-stained legendary performance. On this day 2 years ago, Johan Santana made a pregame deal with Burt. Challenged him to throw a shutout. Johan came through, and as a result, he got to shave your head.
Leave it like that. Yeah! You actually thought of this one.
They did a pretty good job, too. That was the Mets were the best hitting team at the time. Johan was complaining, wasn't getting many runs. I said, well, if you go out and pitch a shutout, you can shave my head. And, gosh darn it, you went out and pitched a shutout. And now Rick McWayne and Ron Gardenhire going out to the mound. Maybe something happening to Kevin Slowey here.
And Mike Winters out there to make sure that this is a medical situation and nothing more. The shortstop and the catcher doing a lot of the talking here, which is curious.
Well, I didn't see Slowey kind of, really do anything. Maybe a little crampage or something.
And Mike Winters motioning to the Houston dugout that is not a trip to the mound. So whatever was discussed by all on the mound had to be a medical concern. And no, I don't know. Is that a grimace by Slowey? Well, 2 outs, tying run at second, and a dangerous hitter in Carlos Lee at the plate. And the pitch is up, and Lee gets a swing and a miss. I thought of the Twins dugout. I saw someone pick up the phone, but there's no activity in the Twins bullpen. 1 strike to Lee. High fly, deep left center field. Gomez running back, has room, ends the inning. The Astros get a leadoff walk. Strand-Bourne at second. It's still 2-1.
See how close that play was right there.
And our frost brewed Coors Light freeze can. Looks like Kevin Slowey's night is done. I have no idea what the medical issue might have been.
We'll try to find out. Matt Guerrero starting to loosen up, and then again, this is the importance of Blackburn's complete game yesterday, because pretty much the bullpen was not used. Joe Nathan got up in the 9th, but you know, it was Blackburn's complete game, and now everybody available in the bullpen with an off day basically. And
again, the importance of Buscher's home run yesterday that took the lead from 3-0, 5-0. If Buscher doesn't hit that home run certainly as soon as the shutout is expired, when the Pirates got a run in the 9th inning, Nathan probably would have been brought in. As it is, he never was asked to come in. 1-1 to Mauer. 1 for 2 in the day. He's hit the ball sharply up the middle twice. Once for a base hit, the other time fielded by Tejada. Check swing and a dribbler up the line. We've seen the Astros employ a different infield defense, perhaps having scouted Mauer in the Pittsburgh series. They've got the shortstop Tejada lined up closer to second base than Jack Wilson did in the Pirates series, because Mauer kept lining base hits right up the middle. And Cecil Cooper saw that pay off with Mauer's at bat wrapping up the 3rd inning. And a strikeout of Mauer for the first out of the 6th.
Oswalt picks up his 3rd strikeout. Oh, we mentioned Mike Scott, did we not?
Yes. And the other Astro to win a Cy Young Award.
Let's go with Clemens. What the heck? How about Roger Clemens?
Okay, yeah, 2004.
So I know he had a pretty good year down there.
And again, that's with both ends of the answer that we've named being correct. We get a carry over to tomorrow, whatever the question might be. We've already, I guess, gotten it right. We don't even know what the question is. 1 strike to Morneau. And a little looper down for a hit. Morneau will round first and be held there. A good play by the 3rd baseman Kempinger, who's able to retrieve that little flare down by the Twins bullpen.
Well, Justin picking up his first hit, just kind of reaching out and hitting us off the end of the bat. Kepplinger went back, thought about trying to barehand it right here at the last second, just out of his reach. And keeps Justin right here to, you see right there, the just ball out of his reach, the spin of the ball right there. Kepplinger gets it back in.
Here's Kubel, cracked a double to right center his last time up. Kubel bounced into a double play in the first. Twins have hit into 2 more today. Up and away, 2-0. Quest High Speed Pitch brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet.
And Kevin Slowey topped out at 90 and Roy Oswalt at 95. And for a guy that's 6 foot tall, 190, it reminds me a little bit of Ron Guidry from the right side. You know, guy built that way, could really throw that baseball. Twins had Tommy Hall. That was about the weight of Oswalt. Oswalt maybe a little bit heavier. Tommy Hall called the Blade.
(2-0) to Kubel. Fouled away. And you weren't too sure about my comparison to Joe Mays. How about a slightly downsized version of Brett Saberhagen?
Yeah, probably more Saberhagen than Joe Mays, because both those guys had a lot of success. Oswalt with that curveball, Saberhagen with that good sinker, the good slider for the Kansas City Royals. 2-time 20-game winner, Roy Oswalt. Won 20 for the first time in 2004, then repeated it in 2005.
Kubel waited as long as he could on that slow curve, and he hit it over by our set down the right field line.
Well, Kubel has 6 home runs already in the month of June. And that breaking ball like a changeup, keeping those hands back. Even though the lower part of the body had committed, he kept those hands back.
Two and two to Kubel. To the left side and through. He just squirted a base hit through the left side. So a strikeout of Mauer, now singles, opposite field singles by both Morneau and Kubel.
Yeah, my pick the stick, Jason Kubel. After grounding into a double play, he got a double, now a base hit. I might be in the positive side now. That doesn't happen too often.
Here's Kadire.
Who was your pick the stick?
Well, I had the number 1 pick. You got to pick Morneau or Mauer. I mean, one or the other. If you don't,
I was second, and I took Kubel.
Well, you don't like Joe Mauer?
No, I love Joe Mauer. He's a great player, but I just thought Kubel was going to have a night like you mentioned earlier. Fastball pitcher, fastball hitter.
See what Kadire can get done
got
here.
2 hits, yep.
Strike at the knees. Kadire looking for his first hit. Called out on strikes in the second, and then with Kubel at second and 1 out, Kadire hit a 1-hopper back to Oswald, who ended up hitting Kubel against the wall between second and third. Fouled away, and it's 0-2.
One other thing about Bert's quest for fame, I have to bring this up. Jake Mauer, the grandfather of Joe Mauer, is out there. You know, he does
handicapping horses.
Handicap horses. He had mine finishing 4th.
Ha! That's why he didn't pick Joe Mauer today. Slow breaking ball, bounce down the line and fair. Mornow's going to score. Kubel to third. Kadire to second, and the Twins lead it 3-1.
Well, a big RBI double right there for Michael Kadire, his 14th of the year. We saw Kubel wait on that breaking ball from Oswalt, and he hit it foul right here. Kadire waits back, right off the barrel of the bat, and he found that spot right down that third baseline. Kepelinger could not get to it. Erstedt gets it back in. And Morneau scores the first run of this inning. Twins take a 3-1 lead. Cecil Cooper, the manager, on his way out. And a big RBI double right there for Michael Kadire, his 36th run driven in.
No activity in the Houston bullpen, which should make this a quick trip to the mound. That's a pretty quick trip to the mound, I'd say.
Yeah, Cooper in his second full season as manager of the Houston Astros. He replaced Phil Garner back in August of 27th of 2007. And there's a familiar face, LaTroy Hawkins.
This year he's with the Astros.
Yep.
They're going to walk Creedy to bring Young up with the bases full. So Creedy with a walk and a pop-up will be intentionally passed here. The feeling being that Oswalt might be able to bury one of those sinking fastballs in on Young and get a double play ball.
Well, I'm sure Cooper came out. The veteran that Oswalt is, he probably gave him the decision. What do you want to do right here? You want to walk the bases loaded and then hopefully get the double play?
Young doubled leading off the fifth, but it was just a little pop fly down the right field line. And he has a chance to do some damage here. The Twins again have bounced into 2 double plays already tonight. As Bert said, 7 of them, 7 ground ball double plays in the Pirate series.
How about a gapper right here, Delman Young?
Slap to right and foul, 1 strike.
Tried to shoot it down that right field line again. There's a double down there.
4 straight Twins have reached. 3 hits and now the intentional walk. Young with a chance to break the game open here in the 6th. And another one line foul, 2 strikes.
Now, one thing I don't believe that Oswalt will do here is throw that big slow curveball. He'll go something hard right here, either on his hands again or that hard breaking ball. Oswalt with 3 strikeouts in a ball game.
Back in the 2nd inning, he got Young way out in front of that slow curveball, and Young bounced into a force play. Fastball away, 1-2.
There's that hard breaking ball right there. Yeah, you've got to, as a pitcher, you have a pitch to waste right here. You don't want it. You have to make something happen 2-2, but 1-2 right here. You have a pitch to try to strike him out, make him chase a pitch.
Bouncer to show. Now Taylor made double play ball, and the Houston strategy works. The Twins get 1 but leave 2 and hit into their 3rd double play of the night.
Control, able to get that double play to get out of the inning, but the Twins did score 1 with a 3-1 lead, and now the bullpen asked to pitch 3 shutout innings. The first one out of the bullpen is Matt Guerrero, making his 33rd relief appearance. Very good, 3.03 earned run average.
First pitch popped up wide of 3rd. Creedy over for a look. It hit something. It's a dead ball and a foul ball, 1 strike. Twins, of course, chasing the Tigers. They're still in a rain delay. The team chasing the Twins. The White Sox just lost 4-3 to the Reds. White Sox started the day 2 games behind the Twins. One strike to Berkman. And now a ball. Guerrero has graduated, if you will, to later inning relief work. Remember, for the longest time, he was in kind of the same role that R.A. Dickey is now in. A long guy, a guy who might be expected to go 2 or 3 innings at a time. And Guerrero has pitched well enough to inherit a more critical role. You can see Dickey down there as the Twins try to find somebody to set games up for Nathan.
Well, this might be a situation, if the pitch count is good the first inning, Matt Guerrero could go maybe a couple innings to get to Joe. Matt, over his last 18 appearances, is 2-0 with a 2.08 earned run average.
lifted down the left field line, and Delmon Young might have a play here. And he overruns it. Landed on the warning track behind him, and it's 2-2.
Well, again, as an outfielder here at the Metrodome, you know if you take your eye off that ball one split second, you're going to lose it. And Delmon right there. Maybe he lost the ball. Again, looking to see where that wall was. The ball ended up behind him.
Two and two. Berkman walked twice against Slowey, who left the game having allowed just 3 singles, 2 of them to Darren Erstad. But surprisingly, 4 walks. It was a kind of un-Slowey-like performance, but who are we to turn our noses up at 1 run allowed over 6 innings?
Yeah, he did his job. He did his job. And I think the 4 walks just kind of shows that something was not right with Kevin Slowey, because again, 4 walks is the most he's had since 2007.
And now a full count to Guerrero's leadoff man here in the 7th. Berkman, Pence, and Rodriguez lined up to face Guerrero, who wants to come in with a strike here with a 2-run lead. It's whacked to first. Nice pickup by Morneau to Guerrero, 1 away. Good play by the Twins first baseman. Here's the Dodge game summary with one of the prettiest runs of the year.
Well, Delmon Young, a double right there that led off the 5th inning. Gomez able to lay down a bunt, get the out, and then the squeeze perfectly executed by Nick Punto and Delmon Young. Kadire with runners at first and second, an RBI double down that left field line. That scored Morneau for a 3-1 lead.
Hunter Pence will hit. Swinging wildly at Guerrero's first off-speed pitch, 1 strike.
I haven't seen a lot of Pence, but with that stance and everything, it just tells me that he's looking for anything inner half of the plate to drive somewhere. That breaking ball right there, he missed by a foot.
An open stance.
Well, you see where that ball was right there. That had a little bit of a plate, and he barely got the end of the bat on it.
His back foot in the middle of the batter's box in a slightly open stance, and he strides toward the plate a bit.
Yeah, if you're going to pitch him in, you better make sure you get that ball way in. See if they go back to that slider.
2 strikes.
Well, had a buckling right there a little bit. He was leaving that batter's box.
And Guerrero just missed with it low. One and 2. There, got him with the curve. 2 down.
And it buckled him right there, too. Yeah, again, the pitcher always has the advantage when you've never faced, a hitter before. And watch Pence right here. I mean, he kind of, back on his heels on that breaking ball. So a big strikeout right there for Matt Guerrero for the 2nd out here in the 7th inning.
And now Ivan Rodriguez. Guerrero's thrown a dozen pitches here in the 7th inning. Fastball wide. Covers the inside corner.
Rodriguez playing in the WBC for the Puerto Rico team, ended up signing out of the WBC, the World Baseball Classic, in late March by the Houston Astros.
It's interesting to think of. Here's Rodriguez, a future Hall of Famer, and he signed very late. But some other future Hall of Famers that are still unsigned. Pedro Martinez is still out there.
Yeah, his price tag was way too high, and I think now he's probably realizing that there are clubs out there that aren't going to pay him the money that he wanted after the WBC. He threw great.
It's to short center, and it'll die in front of Gomez. And it's a base hit for Rodriguez with 2 out in the 7th.
Well, the lower part of the lineup for the Astros have all 4 hits. Rodriguez getting his first hit. Matsui coming up now. He has 1 single. And Darren Erstad with the other 2 hits.
Matsui singled and scored in the 3rd, then struck out in the 5th against Slowey.
Yeah, Slowey did a great job of the top 6 hitters. He had 6 strikeouts, only with the 4 walks, only 3 hits allowed. A quality start. And maybe he wasn't at his best, but boy, he battled.
Strike on the outside corner. Grounded to short. Nice stop by Harris. And he flips and got him. Brendan Harris just in time to Nick Punto to end the 7th inning. Crowd on hand here.
That's Kent Herbeck bobblehead.
That's right. They were lined up outside, several people deep when I got here at 3 o'clock this afternoon. 3:30. Carlos Gomez will lead off the 7th against Roy Oswald. Gomez with a hard ground ball for an out in the 2nd, and then he dropped down a sacrifice in the 5th. Looking to bunt for a hit. He takes ball 1. There's a push bunt. And Gomez safe at first. Rodriguez claiming that he ran out of the baseline. But Jerry Lane says no, and Gomez with a bunt base hit to start the 7th.
Well, Twins get their 8th hit of the ball game. Perfect bunt right here by Gomez, because Berkman has to go out and feel the ball, and watch him stay within that line right there. I mean, he steps out right there, but his body is basically, you know, in play. He's not trying to just avoid the tag, but he stays close to that line, and he gets a bunt base hit single.
And now Punto, who squeezed in the 2nd run of the game for the Twins in the 5th inning, might be asked to bunt again to move Gomez to 2nd. While the Astros have have stolen one base tonight. It was Berkman. He stole that literally on the pitcher. Mauer never touched the ball. There have been 2 throwouts. The Twins have not tried to run on Oswald and Rodriguez yet tonight. So on the first pitch, Punto bunted it foul. We'll see if that opens the possibility of Gomez trying to steal second.
Well, a couple throwovers right there. Oswald pretty quick home. Does utilize that slide step. And of course Rodriguez behind the plate still has a great arm at the age of 37.
Beautiful bunt. Rodriguez will make the play, and Gomez with a big turn at second base. So Punto with a nice single to center, a solid single in the third, and 2 awfully nice bunts in the middle innings.
Again, a nice bunt right there, almost like the squeeze bunt. Just reach out, deaden the ball, and do your job. And Nick Punto's done that here tonight.
Tim Burdack, veteran left-handed reliever, warming up down on the Houston pen. It'll be Harris, and then 3 straight lefties: Mauer, Morneau, and Kubel. Harris walked and scored in the first, bounced into a double play in the third, and was called out on strikes in the fifth. And a foul on the sinker. When you can see from our center field camera the movement on the ball, I think you can only imagine what it must be like to stand in the box and try to not pound that ball into the ground. I mean, you can see from that shot right there, that's a high fastball, a 4-seamer, but I think, been able to see at home the ball just darting down and in. That's the very same pitch that Nick Blackburn pitches so effectively with.
Well, you know, here in the Metrodome, we do a great job of covering, you know, that right behind the pitcher angle toward the catcher.
2 strikes. And a chopper. Gomez has to wait. And the throw across from Kempinger, 2 away.
Yeah, a lot of ground ball outs. The Twins have hit in 13 ground ball outs so far. Excuse me, that's 14 with that bunt of Nick Punto. 3 fly ball outs, 3 strikeouts.
And Cecil Cooper's going to come out. I'm thinking to make a pitching change here, or at least talk about it. Burdack has warmed up. Mauer beginning a string of 3 straight lefties, and we'll see what the Astros do here. He's going to ask Roy Oswalt, deferring to the veteran pitcher.
100 pitches for Oswalt right now. Oswalt making his 15th start. His record coming in 3-3.
I'm just wondering, and you've been out there because you've talked yourself into a ball game. Oswalt apparently satisfying Cecil Cooper that Oswalt's confident he can get a guy, but how do you convince your manager you can retire a guy who's hitting .423?
We have first base open. Well, he struck him out the last time up on a hard breaking ball. Joe, a base hit in his first at bat, right back up the middle. Then hit a ground ball to short. Then he struck him out. Oswalt did in the 6th inning.
And now the Astros infield playing Mauer a little bit more straight up. And a fastball that covers the inside corner. 1 strike.
I see Joe asking the umpire right there, Mike Witters, is that ball, you know, maybe a little bit inside? But still throwing that ball extremely hard. 95-mile-an-hour fastball right there, inner half of the plate. Going back inside again.
1-1.
Well, with Oswalt, you know, I mean, he's going to bust you inside with that 4-seam fastball, and then that sinker away, and then, like he did last time, if he gets ahead in the count, maybe a breaking ball to try to strike him out. Gomez at second base.
fouled away by Mauer. 1-2.
And Rodriguez going to go out and talk to his veteran right-hander. What does he want here? You go back inside again. Do you go to a sinker down and away? Or do you go to that breaking ball that struck him out in the 6th inning?
As we said with Bourne at second base a couple innings ago, virtually any hit to the outfield is going to score Gomez from second base. 1-2 to Mauer. Breaking ball gets a roller to the second baseman Matsui. The Twins can't do anything with Gomez's leadoff bunt single. Oswalt completes 7, and the Twins lead by 2.
Mauer showing off that cannon.
Jose Majaras coming into the game for the Twins, and that will get Jason Michaels off the bench for the Astros. Hitting in Ersted's spot. Erstad had gone 2 for 2.
Well, Majaras making his 24th relief appearance. 2.21 earned run average. He pitched here on Tuesday against the Pittsburgh Pirates. 1 shutout inning. Twins won that game 8-2.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-1. Erstad hardly getting a chance to play at all against left-handed pitching. Just 0 for 6 against lefties this year. So Michaels hitting out of the number 9 spot, and then Bourne and Keppinger. Pitch left up, fouled straight back.
Twins saw Michaels when he was with the Cleveland Indians from 2007 to 2008, and ended the season with the Pirates last year. Signed as a free agent by the Astros.
Slider got him. Michaels swinging over the top, 1 away. You can use Twins tickets to raise funds for your school, sports team, or other organizations. Nonprofit groups can purchase tickets at a discount and then resell them to supporters for up to their face value, keeping the difference. Call 800-33-TWINS. Get in touch with the group sales department today. So a good 7th inning for reliever Matt Guerrero. And now Majaras gets a strikeout to start his 8th inning. Bourne shows bunt and takes ball 1. Off the knuckles and a foul over the Twins dugout. 1-1. Foul. 1-2.
Yeah, Bourne, that's a pitch right there. He kind of walked out of the box, said, boy, I should have slapped that ball the other way. Or just make him get the ball down. Maharis, 24 years old, from Venezuela. Started the season in Rochester. Got called up on April 20th when Jesse Crane was put on a disabled list.
2-2. Foul over Joe Nathan's head down by the Twins bullpen. Nathan warming up. And you wonder with the right-handers Tejada and Lee. Well, Kepinger's a right-hander too, but if it gets that far, there are men on base, whether Nathan's being warmed up here to possibly come into the game in the 8th inning. Ordinarily, Nathan wouldn't warm up until we got to the bottom of the 8th inning. But I think the theory is here, look, if Bourne or Keppinger get on and the tying run comes to the plate in the person of Tejada or Lee, we're going to bring Nathan in here in the 8th. 2-2. High fly to center field. Gomez. Out number 2.
And that fly out right there will allow Maharis to face Keppinger right here.
And this might again go back to what you were saying yesterday, what the complete game does. If Nathan pitches yesterday, then maybe the notion of him coming into the 8th inning, it doesn't even come into play here. But he's well rested. They might be in position to ask him to get 4 outs rather than 3, which they don't do very often. Down and in, ball 1. Blackburn certainly did his part.
Still got a smile on his face from this complete game.
And his right arm is still attached to his body.
He threw only 107 pitches.
That's hit well to left field. Delman Young going back to the wall. It's a 1-run game. Keppinger hits his 3rd of the year, and it's 3-2.
Yeah, Maharis left the pitch middle in, and Keppinger pulling it and hitting his 3rd home run of the year. And Ron Gardenhire coming out to bring in Joe Nathan. 3rd home run that Maharis has allowed this year.
So Maharis got the first 2 men, but Keppinger will get Tejada to the plate representing the tying run, and Tejada will face Joe Nathan. 8th inning appearance.
Yeah, second time this month and second time on the year that Joe Nathan had been asked to get more than 3 outs for a save. He did it here on June 2nd against the Cleveland Indians, where he worked an inning and a third in a 4-3 win over the Indians.
Tejada struck out twice against Slowey and then hit a line drive to Punto against Slowey in the 6th. Strike one.
In that ball game on June 2nd, he was able to get Ryan Garco to ground to second to end the 8th inning. Then he ended up picking up the save in that 4-3 Twins win over the Indians.
Fouled back, 2 quick strikes.
Nathan making his 27th appearance, 15 saves on the year. He last pitched Saturday against the Cubs in a 2-0 win over the Chicago Cubs.
Two strikes. Nathan to Tejada.
We saw Nick Punto do it. Also, a lot of small ball in tonight's ball game. We'll talk about that. And Kevin Slowey with the quality start tonight. 6 innings, 1 earned run, 6 strikeouts. But what's behind those 4 walks? We'll try to find that out as well. It's all coming up after the game on the Quest Twins Live, featuring the Toyota post-game wrap. We'll see you then.
Thank you, Ann. Justin Morneau leading off the 8th. Joe Nathan in the dugout. Jason Michaels in left field, and Roy Oswalt still on the mound. 2 strikes.
But you lead by example, and that's what Oswalt has done when he became kind of the ace of the staff. Starting back in 2004, his first season of winning 20 ball games. You know, give your team a chance to win. He's been able to do that.
Kempinger throws out Morneau, 1 away. Sunday afternoon, it's another Blue Bunny Kids Day as the Twins and Astros wrap up the series in the homestand. You can buy a ticket in the home run porch or cheap seats and get 2 kids under 14 into the game for free. It's one of the great values in all of Major League Baseball. Call 833 Twins for tickets. And remember, kids get ice cream and autographs on the Plaza pregame. You get to run the bases afterwards. That's all, folks. Here's Jason Kubel. First pitch, foul, out of play. Kubel with a pair of hits, including a ringing double into right center field with 1 out in the 4th.
High fives all around.
Then he had chopped a single through the left side of the infield when the Twins got their 3rd run in the 6th. Single runs for the Twins in the 1st, 5th, and 6th innings. Single runs for the Astros in the 3rd and 8th. And Oswalt makes quick work of Kubel, 2 away.
He picks up his 4th strikeout of the ball game. A quick delivery and then taking a little off, and Kubel a little bit out front.
So Oswalt trying to give the Houston bullpen, which has been pretty effective, a night off like Nick Blackburn did for the Twins yesterday afternoon. Strike 1 to Michael Cuddyer. Cuddyer bounced a double over the 3rd base bag his last time in, driving in the 3rd run for the Twins. That covers the inside corner, 1 and 2.
Boy, you gotta like the way that Oswalt goes about his business. He works quick, trying to throw strikes. He, does a good job at damage control. Did a great job at damage control in the 6th inning to keep this game close.
Well, it's one thing to be pitching in the 8th inning as he has, and he may have talked his way into the 8th inning. But he has not had a 1-2-3 inning yet, and the 8th inning might be his first.
Yeah.
It's one thing to get there, and it's another to make a convincing argument that, hey, the next time I want to pitch 8 innings, let me do it. I've got something left in the tank.
Well, the pitch count at 114 pitches. You see that the 6th inning that he was able to work out of that bases loaded situation through the most, 22 pitches.
Two and 2 to Cuddyer. And he shoots it to right, a base hit. For Cuddyer, his 2nd straight hit. And he'll think about digging for second. And dives back to first. That's a good play by Cuddyer. If Hunter Pence doesn't get to that ball, wheel and fire as he was going to do, with 2 outs, why not try for that extra base?
That's a great play by Michael Cuddyer right here. It's aggressive, and that's what the Twins want right here. Cuddyer out of the box. He knows that ball's going to slice down that right field line as good as anybody because that's his position. Aggressively makes Pence throw the ball, and you can see right there hustling back into the bag.
And now Creedy, who's walked twice, once intentionally. Creedy fouls it back. They are still in a delay in Detroit. Tigers put up some runs in the 4th inning, but now it's delayed in the 4th inning. And they got to play through the top of the 5th anyway, with Detroit leading Milwaukee 7-4. Inside 1-1. One and 1 to the Twins' 3rd baseman. Fastball runs inside again, 2-1.
See the way that Oswalt goes about his business. I mean, those fastballs inside that run in, a hitter, you just don't feel real comfortable up there. He's not trying to hurt you or hit you. He's just working both sides of the plate. This will be his 120th pitch. And that slider just missing a pitch that he really wanted. Let's take a look at this pitch right here. Boy, he said, boy, that's close. He threw 119 pitches in his last start in 7 innings against the Diamondbacks, the most he's thrown so far, and right now 121 pitches.
Greedy fouls it to the net, 3-2.
Oswald had a tough time getting going this year in the month of April. 0-2, an ERA just under 4. But in his first 2 months, he was combined 1-2 with a 4.62 ERA in April and May, with 8 no decisions.
Full count to Creedy. Kadire goes, and it's ball 4. And now how much longer can Cecil Cooper wait? Delman Young up with 2 men aboard and 2 out.
I think Cecil Cooper has said, okay, that's it. 122 pitches.
Well, it looks like Cooper's muttering about that slider that wasn't called a strike, perhaps. And no signal's been given yet.
Now Chris Sampson warming up.
Young is going to double to right, and he's going to leave man.
Yep. Well, you get a chance for a win right here if you're a pitcher like Oswald. You want to try to get a win. He's still throwing the ball in the low 90s. That walk, his 4th walk of the game, but one was an intentional walk.
He's gotten Young to tap out to short twice. Once in the second inning, just 1 out, then an inning-ending double play in the 6th. So we'll see if this is Young's turn against Oswald.
'85-mile-an-hour slider.
Off the plate, 1-1. And now they've resumed play in Detroit. They're in the top of the 5th inning with the Tigers leading Milwaukee 7-4. 1-1 to Delman Young. Trying to give the Twins some insurance. To left field. A liner that'll carry to left and over the glove of Michaels. Kadire will score. Creedy around third. 2 runs will score, and the Twins have a 3-run lead. Darren Erstad was just taken out of the game. Michaels took his spot in left and lost the flight of the ball.
Well, you can see the frustration right there of Cooper. And again, you know, Michaels has played here before at the Metrodome. That ball, I'm sure, right into the lights. And Michaels thought he had it. The ball got by him. He lost it at the last second. And by the time he could get it back in, 2 more runs had scored, and the Twins opened it up to a 5-2 ball game.
Gomez pops it straight up in the air. Rodriguez back for a look. He's got enough room to end the inning, but it comes 1 pitch too late. The Twins tack on 2 more in the 8th. AT&T, the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T, your world delivered. And a frustrating late turn of events for Roy Oswalt.
Well, I tell you what, the Metrodome got him right there. The ball right into the lights. Jason Michaels lost it, and the Twins took advantage of it and scored a couple runs.
Ball one to Carlos Lee, with Joe Nathan now pitching with a 3-run lead. Lee, Berkman, and Pence to face the Twins closer.
Well, nobody feels worse than that man right there, Jason Michaels.
Balls have been lost in the lights in every major league park ever made since they put lights in ballparks. Bouncer to third. Creedy gobbles up that second hop and fires a strike to Morneau, 1 away. Cheap game reset with the Twins in front 5-2. Kevin Slowey in position to pick up his 10th win of the year.
Yeah. Even though Oswalt looks like he's going to lose here today, go to 3-4, he kept his club in the game. Michael Kadire with a double, a single, an RBI. Delman Young with a couple doubles, couple RBIs. Kubel with a couple hits.
Here's Berkman, a couple of walks and a grounder to first. Hit the ball hard, and Morneau made a nice play, retiring him in the 7th.
Joe Nathan looking for his 16th save of the year. He got his first major league save against the Houston Astros when he was a member of the San Francisco Giants back in 1999. Traded over to the Twins after the 2003 season. His only National League save. Two and one to Lance Berkman. Three and one. And as unfortunate as the misplay in left field was by Michaels, it, I would imagine, allows Nathan a little more freedom on pitches like this to go ahead and challenge Berkman more. Yeah, just outer half of the plate. That's where Joe's sitting.
And it's hit a long way to left center. Delman Young back at the fence. Gomez leaps. Somebody caught it. Delman Young caught it. He took a home run away from Lance Berkman. And he may have taken it right out of Gomez's glove.
Well, again, the noise factor here at the Metrodome. Both of them go for it right here. And it's Delman Young able to come down with it. Gomez going to jump high on the wall to get a little bit higher, but Delman reaching in front of Gomez. And Joe Nathan says, thank you very much. Great catch, Delman Young.
Two down, and here's Hunter Pence. Ball one.
For Joe Nathan, the last 9 opportunities for saves, he's been able to convert them, looking for his 16th save. First month and a half, saves were hard to come by.
Swing and a miss on the breaking ball. Bouncer to short. Harris to Morneau, and the Twins are back above the 500 mark. And the dominance over the National League continues with a series opening win over Houston. 5-2 the final. West Twins Live coming your way next.